I came home early, expecting a surprise for him. Instead, I overheard him say, if it wasn't for her family's money, I'd be gone already. What happens next will shock you. I came home early from my girls' trip to surprise my husband and overheard him on the phone. Marriage is a complete nightmare, bro. I wake up every day regretting my decision. If it wasn't for her family's money, I'd be gone already. My heart stopped. I had just celebrated our 3-year anniversary, and I had never been so shaken. I quietly left and returned at my normal time, greeting him with a kiss. 5 days later, he called me 27 times in an hour. He knew what I had heard. Connor and I had been married for 3 years. I thought we had a good thing going. He was always so genuine, unlike the guys I'd known to my family social circles. My family wasn't rich, but we were comfortable. Connor came from a middle-class background. We had even renewed our vows the weekend before I left the girls' trip. He cried while reading his vows, telling me I was the best thing that ever happened to him. But something had changed. Something deep inside me shifted when I heard him on the phone. The pain I felt was suffocating. Was I just a meal ticket to him? I couldn't breathe, couldn't think straight. He had promised me so much. Had it all been a lie? I spent the next few days in a blur, pretending everything was fine. I greeted him with kisses, went about my day, and tried to focus on the routine. But something was eating away at me. Every memory of our relationship seemed tainted by the horrible things I had overheard. I kept my suspicions buried, but the tension was building. I couldn't keep pretending. His phone calls were frequent, but distant. His behavior was becoming more erratic, and I could feel the dread mounting. I started noticing strange withdrawals from our joint account. Small amounts, always just under what would trigger a conversation. Was he saving up for something? A way out? A new life? Then, as if on cue, Connor began acting like nothing was wrong. He acted like he didn't know I knew, like everything was fine. His calls, his apologies, his promises, they were all empty, but I wasn't ready to confront him yet. I needed to be smart about it. I had made the mistake of not trusting my instincts before, and now I was going to make sure I was prepared. I began withdrawing small amounts of money into my own account, just enough to cover my tracks. I changed all of my passwords, set up a security lock on my phone, and started gathering everything I could about Connor's secret life. Then he asked me to go away for the weekend. He wanted to reconnect. I suggested we go to a cabin near the lake instead of the fancy resort he had in mind. His disappointment was palpable, but he didn't push it. The cabin trip should have been a chance to fix things, but it was there that everything unraveled. Connor was obsessed with his phone, constantly leaving the cabin to get signal. One evening, I followed him down to the dock and overheard him speaking to someone. "I'm going crazy being stuck here with her," he said. "I'll make it up to you when I get back." Who was he talking to? When we got back home, Connor was gone for hours. He said he needed to pick up something from Walmart, but something didn't sit right with me. Walmart was 12 minutes away, and he was gone for 2 hours. I checked the bank account again and found another strange withdrawal. That's when I decided it was time to confront him. But first, I needed to be ready. I couldn't just burst out in anger, no matter how much I wanted to. I had to remain calm, calculated. It was time to take control. Now I sit here in the bathroom, writing this out while the shower runs. Connor's frantic calls are echoing in my mind. What I do now? Do I confront him immediately? Or do I keep pretending everything is fine? Part of me wants to scream at him, but the other part knows I need to be smarter than that. I need to make sure everything is in place before I make my move. I need a plan, but I can't keep pretending that nothing is wrong. My heart aches as I think about what lies ahead. What will happen when he realizes I know everything? Will he panic? Will he try to cover his tracks? The uncertainty is eating me alive. My hands are shaking as I type this. And now, Connor is texting me. He wants to reconnect. The audacity of this man. How dare he? I'll update soon, but for now, I need to get back to the front door before he wonders why I've been in here for so long. It's been another 3 days, and the weight of what I know is growing heavier with every passing second. Every move Connor makes, every word that comes out his mouth, Feels like a lie. I've been carefully building my plan, and yet I find myself hesitating. Part of me wants to confront him, shout everything I overheard, but the other part, the one that's been growing steadily since I started gathering evidence, tells me I can't let my emotions control me. Not yet. It's Sunday afternoon, and Connor is sitting in the living room, playing his video game like everything is fine. I sit across the room from him, pretending to scroll through my phone. The silence between us is deafening. I think he knows something's up. He keeps glancing at me, but when our eyes meet, he looks away quickly. It's as if he's expecting me to say something, but he's too scared to ask. My mind races with the options. Should I call him out now? Or should I wait, giving him a false sense of security before I pull the rug out from under him? My dad once told me, if you want to know someone's true nature, watch how they react when they think they won. And that's what I'm waiting for, the moment Connor believes he's gotten away with it. Because when he does, that's when I'll strike. My paranoia has been feeding me, but it's not unjustified. I've noticed Connor's sudden interest in our accounts. He's been asking about random transactions, and I've caught him looking through my phone a few times when he thought I wasn't paying attention. He's getting more anxious, more aware that I know something. He doesn't know exactly what, but he knows something is off. It's only a matter of time before he slips up, and when he does, I'll be ready. I took a long walk earlier today. I needed to clear my head. As I wandered to the park, I found myself thinking about everything that had led me to this point. The surprise visit home, the overheard phone call, the vows, the false promises. It all feels like a cruel joke now. I spent years giving him everything, trusting him, and for what? To be nothing more than the money wife? When I got back, Connor was still glued to his game. I asked him if he wanted to grab dinner. He didn't even look up. Not hungry, he muttered. I tried not to let my anger show, but I could feel it bubbling just beneath the surface. Later that evening, I caught him texting someone on his phone. It wasn't a casual text either. His thumbs were moving rapidly. When I walked into the room, he quickly locked his phone, but not before I saw the name. Lily. I don't know who she is, but the mere fact that he's texting someone else while we're barely speaking is enough to make my blood boil. It's all becoming clearer now. The withdrawals, the secrecy, the way he can't seem to keep his hands off his phone. I thought we were building something together. I thought we were partners. But the truth is, I was just a pawn in his game. And now I'm done playing nice. I've started looking into my legal options. The house, the joint accounts, the car, everything is tangled up, but that's just logistics. The real fight will be for my peace of mind. I won't let him drag me down with him. The hardest part, though, is knowing that I still care about him, despite everything. Part of me wants to forgive him, to give him another chance. But I know I can't. I'm not that person anymore. Tomorrow, I'll tell him. I don't know how I'll do it yet, but it will happen. I won't be manipulated anymore. I won't let him dictate my life. But tonight, I'm just going to sit here in the bathroom again, typing this out, pretending that everything is normal. The shower is running, and Connor is watching TV in the other room. And I'm just waiting for the moment when everything changes. The confrontation has been set in my mind for so long now, yet I still hesitate. Every time I think I'm ready, doubt creeps in. I thought this would feel easier, like pulling a bandage off, but it's harder than I ever imagined. I can't stop thinking about how it will all play out. The words I'll say, his reaction, the way I'll finally break the silence. It's the waiting that's the worst. The not knowing if I've done the right thing. If I'm truly ready to face the reality of what I'm about to expose. I'm sitting here now, staring at the clock, watching it tick closer to the moment of truth. Connor's been more distant than usual. The phone calls, the missed texts, it's all building up to something. It feels like a storm is coming, and I'm bracing myself for the chaos. His attempt at reconnecting feels so hollow now, just another lie wrapped in a nice package. I should have known. I should have seen it before. But part of me didn't want to. Tonight, something shifted. I couldn't sleep, not even a little. Every time I closed my eyes, I kept seeing flashes. Connor's laughter, the way he'd act like everything was fine, the way he'd hold me and whisper that he loved me. I keep thinking about the vow renewal, The one where he cried, talking about how I was the best thing that ever happened to him. What was real? What was a performance? I decided to take a look at the rest of his phone tonight. The sneaky way he's been texting, trying to hide his messages. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I can't stop myself. I need to know. So I went into his phone while he was in the bathroom, unlocked it without thinking too much. At first, there was nothing. A few work emails, a couple of texts from his brother. Then I saw the name again. Lily. But this time, it wasn't just one text. It was a thread. It had been going on for days. They were making plans, talking about meeting up, about something he couldn't even tell me about. I feel sick. It's like a punch in the gut. Even though I knew it was coming, I closed the phone and put it back where I found it. I don't even feel angry anymore. Just numb. Like this whole situation has drained me completely. Part of me wants to scream at him. Another part wants to walk out, pack my things, and leave without saying a word. But I can't make that decision yet. I'm too far in. The storm inside me is building, and the worst part is I still care. I still care about a man who's been lying to me for God knows how long. I can't understand why I still have this attachment to him, why I still feel this flicker of hope that things could be different. But deep down, I know it's over. I can't pretend anymore. I can't keep lying to myself, pretending that he's a man I married. Tomorrow, it's happening tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen afterward, but I know I can't keep living like this. I'm ready to confront him, to take back control. The longer I wait, the more I lose myself in this mess. The truth has to come out, and when it does, there's no going back. I've never felt more alone than I do in this moment, and yet I know that walking away from him is the only way I'll ever be free. The truth is out. I confronted him this morning. I don't know how I did it. I had everything planned, every word, every moment. But when it came down to it, I could barely breathe. Connor had been acting normal this morning, like nothing was wrong, like everything was just fine between us. I thought that maybe he was trying to pull the wool over my eyes again. He kept asking if I was okay, if I was mad about something. The more he tried to act innocent, the more the tension built in my chest. I finally said it. I know about Lily. The look on his face was like a switch had flipped. He went pale, his lips parted in shock, like he had no idea how to respond. For a moment, it felt like time stopped. Then he did the one thing I wasn't expecting. He denied it. "What are you talking about?" he said, his voice wavering. "There is no Lily." He looked at me like I was crazy, trying to spin this whole thing into my paranoia. But I wasn't having it. I pulled out the phone, showed him the thread of texts, the plans they made. His face flushed with shame. I thought he would apologize, beg me for forgiveness, but instead, he just got defensive. "It's not what you think," he stammered, but I was done listening. "You think I'm stupid?" I asked, my voice shaking, but my resolve growing stronger with every word. "I heard what you said about me, Connor. How I'm just your meal ticket. That I'm nothing more than your ticket to an easy life. Is that how you really feel? Is that who I am to you?" He stood there, speechless. It was the first time in weeks that I saw him at a loss for words. The man who always had an answer for everything was suddenly silent, unable to defend himself. It was in that moment that I realized how little I truly knew him. Everything I thought was real, our marriage, our future, was a lie. I couldn't stop the tears from coming. But I wasn't going to let him see me break down. Not anymore. "I'm done," I said quietly. "I'm done trying to make this work. I'm done pretending." The words hit him like a slap to the face. He didn't say anything. He didn't move. He just stood there, staring at me, completely paralyzed by my words. I didn't wait for him to say anything else. I grabbed my keys, headed straight for the door. I heard him call after me, "Please, don't go. We can work this out." But I didn't stop. Not this time. Not after everything he had put me through. I thought I'd feel a sense of relief when I finally walked away, but instead, all I felt was emptiness. The kind of emptiness that comes when you've given everything to someone, only to realize they never cared in the first place. I got in my car and drove, not knowing where I was going, just needing to put distance between me and him. And now, As I sit here in my car, parked on the side of the road, my phone buzzing with missed calls from Connor, I'm realizing how much I've changed. The person I was, the one who trusted him, believed in him, is gone. She's been replaced by someone who knows better. Someone who won't let herself be used anymore. I don't know what happens next. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know one thing. I'll never let him have control over me again. And whatever comes next, I'm ready to face it. Alone. Connor doesn't deserve me, and I finally understand that. The hardest part about leaving is the quiet. The silence that comes after you finally made the decision to walk away. When everything you thought you knew crumbles and you're left standing in the aftermath. I thought I would feel a sense of finality, like a weight had been lifted, but instead, it feels like I'm holding my breath, waiting for something to happen. And maybe it's not even about Connor anymore. Maybe it's about me. About finding myself again after everything that's been taken from me. I didn't go back home. Instead, I rented a small apartment on the outskirts of the city. Nothing fancy. It's bare, just the way I needed it to be. I want space. I want to breathe. But every night, I hear his voice in my head, calling me, begging me to come back, to give him one more chance. But I know now that his words are just as empty as the promises he made when we first met. Connor's been trying to contact me. Of course. He sends me texts, leaves voicemails, asking for explanations, saying that he's sorry. But I'm done listening. The more he reaches out, the more I realize that nothing will change. He can't fix this. Not anymore. What we had is gone, and I'm not looking back. I've stopped pretending that I don't feel the pain. It's hard, and some days it feels like I'll never escape the hurt. But then there are moments, small, fleeting moments, where I feel free. I go for walks in the park. I breathe in the air. I watch the world move. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm actually living. And that's something I haven't felt in years. I'm still figuring things out, learning who I am without him, without the constant pressure, the weight of his lies pulling me down. I've been taking care of myself, seeing a therapist, working on my mental health. Slowly, I'm rebuilding. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. I know that my past will always be a part of me, but I refuse to let it define me. I don't know if I'll ever forgive Connor. Maybe one day, but not today. For now, I'm choosing to live for myself. I'm taking back control. And that, in itself, is the biggest victory I've ever had. I don't know where the future will take me, but for the first time in a long time, I'm excited to find out. The road ahead is uncertain, but I'm no longer afraid of what's coming next. And as for Connor, I've made my peace with it. He was never the person I thought he was. And now, I know exactly who I am. And that's all that matters.